Things just took a major turn for the Los Angeles Dodgers as some huge moves are incoming according to a recent report. We talk about the latest MLB free agent rumors surrounding these players and the Dodgers right here today on Dodgers Digest. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. I appreciate you tuning in, watching today's show. Hopefully you're having a wonderful time to everybody out there and getting ready for the new year. We're excited for it and excited for that 2026 to arrive and the Dodgers to be in the year where they're going to get that three-peat. Speaking of 2026, we have a lofty goal, but we think Dodgers Nation can help us out. We're trying to reach 13,000 subscribers on YouTube by the start of 2026. We're still about 500 away, but if you hit that subscribe button today, you'd be surely helping us out. It's 100% free to do so, and you're going to get daily coverage on the Los Angeles Dodgers from now until eternity. So make sure you go hit that subscribe button. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Dodgers as we normally do. There are a lot of things happening right now across Major League Baseball, and of course, MLB free agency is a big part of that. But what's funny is that while Andrew Friedman and the Dodgers organization discuss what the next plan is, it seems like the market is waiting for them, waiting for something to happen, because obviously, it's Christmas, and there's times where the MLB offseason gets a little bit in a lull. But with the new year coming and with reports starting to come out about the market, what it stands for, Kyle Tucker, Bo Bichette, other names that are still out there, and guess what? You want to believe it or not, we are like less than 2 months away from pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training. And the Dodgers looks like they're going for a three-peat, but will they be adding anybody else to the roster before then? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. We got a new report talking about one lightweight, one middleweight, and one heavyweight free agent target remaining for the Los Angeles Dodgers. We like to kind of go from near to high and high to low, all this stuff. So let's go with the free agents from the lowest to the highest. What are some guys the Dodgers can go out there and get? So let's start with the first guy on our list. It's a guy the Dodgers know. It's a guy the Dodgers love. It's Kike Hernandez. Enrique is still left unsigned, and a lot of that is due to, well, extra circumstances. You see, he is actually injured right now after having a surgery and will not be able to play for the first little bit of the season. Last year, it was a less than ideal year for the 34-year-old with a .255 on-base percentage, 68 strikeouts, and just 232 at-bats, 10 homers, 35 RBI. However, he played very well in the postseason, made some cool plays, made some good catches, made some big things, and the biggest thing to me is that positional chart down below. He can play pretty much every position on the diamond if you asked him to. However, more recently, the Dodgers have kept him alongside the outfield, and I think in a lot of ways they would love to have him back. But what is the holdup? Well, that's kind of where we have to go to more targets, obviously, because I don't think the reason they're not signing him is because they don't want him. The reason is they have bigger fish to fry, and that's what Steven Perello of Dodgers Way kind of says here, quote, "The Dodgers have already reunited with one postseason hero and utility man Miguel Rojas this offseason. So why not add another in Kike Hernandez? He'll miss the first month or two of the season after undergoing off-season elbow surgery. But you don't bring Hernandez aboard for his regular season contributions. You do so for his October impact," end quote. So this one is an intriguing one to me because for Kike's sake, he might not be signed until the season is underway potentially. The Dodgers, like I said, have bigger fish to fry in terms of the MLB free agency market, and until those fish are quote-unquote fried, they're probably not going to worry too much about Kike, knowing that he will not be signed by pretty much anybody else because of that injury. Now, obviously, he signed a $6.5 million contract last year. The expectation is that'll probably be around a similar mark for this season and a one-year deal to whoever he ends up just because of the injury. And honestly, the age at this point now, getting up to the mid-30s, is something you worry about with a utility man, where he can play. Can he start playing every day? The Dodgers love their utility guys. They love guys with versatility. Kike Hernandez is both of those, and I am very excited to hopefully have him back on the Dodgers. It's just a matter of time, rather if or when, I think is the bigger thought. The second one we're going to go to is Kazuma Okamoto. Now, this is an intriguing one. I think he is a middle-tier guy for a couple of different reasons. He's projected to get a 4-year, close to $100 million contract in the MLB, but what is interesting about him is the Dodgers have been linked to him in kind of tiny bursts, just specifically because the Dodgers like to get their international Japanese players. But Okamoto is kind of a spot where they don't really know where he'd play. You see, his primary position is third base, which at least for 2026 is occupied by Max Muncy. He also has had extensive experience at first base, a position blocked by Freddie Freeman. Finally, though, he has had some left field reps, though he projects to be a below average defender there. So why is Okamoto being linked to the Dodgers? Why is this a guy that, well, overall the Dodgers do think they could land? The big thing for me, Max Muncy is signed through the end of this season. And while he's getting up there in age and would want to stay with the Dodgers, I don't know if the Dodgers are willing to give him another contract unless it's too close to nothing. Whereas Max Muncy, I think he knows he can get better money probably somewhere else. Well, Okamoto here could be a very good option for the Dodgers for future third base play. And here are his stats throughout the NPB and kind of his international play. 327 in 2025 with a batting average 322, 280. He's kind of kept rising that over the past couple of years. His on-base percentage is good. Slugging percentage is obviously pretty good as well. I mean, he's a very good hitter. It's the defense that you worry about, and right now they really don't have a spot for him, so that's where I would love to have him, but again, the Dodgers would have to make it make sense because he is one of those guys you're going to acquire a 4-year deal. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean that they can't try and get him to a 2-year deal, especially if no one else is going to go out there and offer it, because they do like versatility. We've talked about it with Kike Hernandez, but forget Mookie Betts and Tommy Edman. They're playing short and second when both their primary positions in my mind would be the outfield, and yet they're playing very good at second and shortstop. Edman, Gold Glover, but either way you slice it, Okamoto can play third, a position in which Muncy has been, kind of struggling to keep sometimes. Freddie Freeman has had injury issues over the past year. There's been kind of just some interesting things where the Dodgers could use a guy like Okamoto who can play in the outfield, although it wouldn't be great. I mean, they already have Teoscar Hernández, but his bat is something that you really, really like. The third and final guy that we're going to talk about is the guy you probably want to hear about most, and it's Kyle Tucker. And we've talked about him pretty much ad nauseum at this point for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and it's for one specific reason. The longer this goes on, the longer he does not sign, the more and more likely he is a Los Angeles Dodger. I know a lot of you want Bo Bichette over Kyle Tucker, but when push comes to shove, they need an outfielder over a shortstop. And they want Kyle Tucker over Bo Bichette is what the reports are saying. So, will they be able to get him? Well, I think for a lot of reasons they really can get him. It's going to have to be, though, on their terms, not on his. Coming off a year in which he was injured from about June on, although he still played through it, batting a very good number and having an on-base percentage of .377 with 73 RBI and 22 homers, he's expecting to get a pretty high contract. But if you ask Kyle Tucker and a lot of the younger, or not younger, but, prime age free agents, they want years. They want longevity. They want something they can sign and not have to worry about signing anything else for the next decade. The Dodgers are not going to do that. The Dodgers will pay you a lot of money for a short period of time that could even include an option after next year. So for the Dodgers and for Kyle Tucker, I think it'd be very good if they can go out and get him for their price. It would make the Dodgers even more scary. Steven Perillo of Dodgers Way once again saying left field is arguably the biggest hole for the Dodgers that they have remaining. They have money, and they aren't afraid to make deferrals. Making a splash with Tucker could send the rest of the league into submission before the season even gets underway and could have LA waltzing toward a third consecutive World Series championship, end quote. It's true. We talk about this offseason and the two problems they needed to fix. The one was, of course, the bullpen and the closing situation. They went out, they got Edwin Diaz. They got the best closer on the market. Now, if they can go out and get the best outfielder on the market too, even if it is for a short period of time, you've got to feel confident about the Los Angeles Dodgers. And in my mind, them going to play in the World Series once again. Kyle Tucker has been great through his entire career. And I don't know that he's worth $400 million over 10 years, which probably means he's going to sign a smaller contract, trying to prove himself even more this upcoming year. But obviously with that CBA, it's kind of an interesting thing. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section, though. Who is the free agent left on the market that you want the Dodgers to get most? Is it one of these guys in Kike, Kyle Tucker, Kazuma Okamoto, somebody else I'm not mentioning? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who's a free agent left that you want the Dodgers to go out and get most? Now, in my opinion, I know the Dodgers want Kyle Tucker. I personally want Bo Bichette more. That's the guy I would say is the top tier name on my market. Does that mean it's going to happen? Absolutely not. Do I think that they have the options / they can go get him? For sure, but I am very curious to see what the end goal is, the end thought of it on. Hopefully they're able to get some. But for now, we sit, we wait, and we hope. So we appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And for now, guys, peace out.